Hello YouTube, it's Red Elric here. Come outside just to get a bit of peace and quiet from the house. Not much peace and quiet out here though. I'm in my area of Wolverhampton called Tettenhall, and it's got a pool, and because the sun's out, see if you can see this. So there are crowds and crowds of people. Well, actually, it's not as bad as it normally is. Oops. I knew that would happen. Crowds of people enjoying the pool, going for a paddle. There's a guy riding around on the biggest pedal go-kart I've ever seen. I had one when I was a little kid, but that's I think that's one for grown-ups. Anyway, what am I doing? I've got my one of my knockabout go-to pipes. It's the Peterson Christmas pipe, the B35 Christmas 2014, and every time I smoke this, I always use my Cherry Ambrosia from McLaren, and I always use it in this one. And even when there's no tobacco in it, if I pick this up and have a little draw the air through, straight away I can taste Cherry Ambrosia. It reminds me of one of my favourite teas, which is Japanese cherry. That's a tea where it's just boiling water on it. You don't put sugar or milk or lemon or anything in that. It's delicate, but it's a nice flavoured tea. As you can see by the label at the bottom there, the health warning is in Spanish. This is some that my father-in-law brought back from the trip. I've got half a jar full, and then I've got 2 packets like that from the last time that he went, so I'm lucky I've got plenty, because it is one of my favourite tobaccos. Beautiful cherry, aromatic. I think I said it's a B35, but more commonly known as a Zulu shape. I've shown it before, I've done a video on it before. But sometimes you just feel like getting away from it all, and I wanted to get out of the house. I wanted to come and smoke a pipe outside, and I thought while I'm doing that I might as well bring my camera. I think it's the stress of all the getting ready to move, and on top of that doing 3 jobs. I don't know if I've mentioned I've got 3 jobs at the moment. I might be needing 4 soon. I'm employed full-time in the West Midlands Fire Service, but I also work for a guy who used to be in the fire service, who retired and became a funeral director, and I work for him, helping out with funerals, doing bearing and things like that, and driving the limo, taking people, the family to the ceremony and the funeral. and I also work with one of the partner companies. We go out and we sort of collect people who've recently passed on and put them in a private ambulance and take them to the mortuary. So that's job number 3, of which I'm on call right now. So I'm actually working at the moment. If my phone might suddenly stop on, I've got to go and collect a deceased. But I did a funeral today. It was just a quick one, cremation. And I come home, as usually, as you come home, either my son's there with his girlfriend, sitting watching telly, so I like to give them their space, so I make room and go somewhere else in the house. Or then, like today, come home and my oldest daughter's sitting in the front watching the telly with her boyfriend, so I'll make myself scarce, go upstairs, start doing some jobs that need doing, packing stuff away in the bedroom. And then my son will burst in and starts moaning that he can't go in the front and watch the television because his sister's there with her boyfriend. And I had to point out to him the irony that that's what I have to do all the time when he's there with his girlfriend. Selfish teenagers, eh? But this is why pipe smoking is such a comfort. It requires taking time, which is one of the reasons why I used to start vaping when I was at work, because if I get 5 minutes at work, it's no good getting a pipe out and packing it and lighting it, because I'm not going to have the time to smoke a full bowl. And if you get an emergency, I'd have to put it down and leave it still lit. Whereas with a vape, as I think I mentioned before, I can just stop immediately, put the vape down and go to whatever the emergency is. That takes some beating, Cherry Ambrosia. It's right up my street. Although, as with most Mac Barons, it does burn very hot. So I have to be careful I don't draw too hard on it. Otherwise I can start to feel it now, the first tingle of tongue bite. It's a nice light pipe this, so I can clench it easily. I'm not going to pull a tooth out. Oh my goodness. Couple of girls going downhill on a bike, and the one girl sat on the handlebars looking absolutely petrified. But they survived. Hang on. Ah, 6 o'clock already. Seems only 5 minutes ago I checked in the house and it was 5 o'clock. So that wasn't my wristwatch, by the way. There's a big clock the other side, tucked away behind the tree. Well, it's lovely weather. It's a bit overcast today, that's why the light's not fantastic, but then I've got sunburnt already a few times this year, but it is quite humid and warm, hence all the kids in the pool. Some of the people from some of the rougher areas of Wolverhampton are coming here for their annual bath. You can spot those. Well, it's been just over 10 minutes now, and I've probably bored you enough, so I'm going to enjoy the rest of this pipe and just sit here and chill out. So wherever you are, have a nice day. Bye.